There are a long list of names of the governors and senators and those in Joe Biden's cabinet that potentially could replace him in the unlikely event that he steps down. But there's one name who's not an elected position, but is occasionally referenced as a possible replacement and just got a major boost from a poll. If you take a look at this Reuters Ipsos poll, it shows how Joe Biden is doing against Donald Trump, but also about how some of the most commonly cited replacements would do. And there's a lot of bad news here for a lot of those potential replacements where they are not suddenly leading Donald Trump by a lot. And if you're Joe Biden, that's potentially good news because it implies that replacing you with one of these governors would not necessarily save things for the Democrats. So bear that in mind. But that said, there is one candidate who looks very good here, and that would be Michelle Obama, coming from the top rope with an elbow from the sky, leading Donald Trump by 11 points. For comparison's sake, Joe Biden is tied. People like Gavin Newsom, who we've talked about as a potential replacement, is trailing by 3 points. So egg on my face, maybe Gavin Newsom would not be a better replacement than Joe Biden. And we're gonna continue to watch these polls. But Michelle Obama is rocking Trump's clock here. And look, she has never said that she wants to run. We don't know almost anything about her politics. And many people don't. And so if she were to be the actual candidate, then there would be this period where they learned a lot about her and potentially that lead could utterly evaporate. She's not a known quantity like the others are. But 11 points is a lot of points. I've run it through my calculator and it came out a lot of points. So that said, Sharon, what do you make of that?
There are some who believe if Barack Obama was brilliant, she's the reason why he would have never been president of the United States without marrying this woman. I think it's like when John McCain picked Sarah Palin, which was it turned out to be horrible, right? It just is not what but he needed to go bold because he was behind. And I don't fault, even in a losing effort, John McCain for saying, I gotta go bold, or Walter Mondale for putting Ferraro on the ticket. He had to go bold because he was behind and we needed to shake it up. So in that regard, I don't know that the Democrats are quite there yet, but I'm all for going bold. And I think she'd be a bold choice and perhaps a formidable one.
Yeah, I mean, look, in terms of bold choices, we've talked previously about like a Jon Stewart or I don't know, The Rock, maybe. I don't know. His recent heel turn in the WWE makes me less interested in him. But yeah, and again, I'm not a big fan of dynasties or whatever. And she's never indicated she's never run for anything. But that said, I will also say for the people who are like, she's already said she wouldn't do it. Yeah, and Joe Biden said he wouldn't step down. Like politicians say things sometimes.
Can I just say one other thing too? I think that if Biden stays in the race or however the Democrats go, you've got to say what I'm gonna pack the court with Michelle Obama. You've got to go bold across the board. And tell people this is happening. I know Trump makes up a lot of lies to try to get people behind him. I saw another rapper tell people, you're out of my concert if you're supporting Biden, I'm for Trump. Okay, whatever, waka flocka. But they just gotta go bold, okay?
Here's bold, Green New Dealer Dragon says, Jasmine Crockett 2024. I need to know more about her politics, but I do like her.
Okay.
But look,
you can read.
That is true. So anyway, look, I will say this. It would be bold. I would need to know way more about it. I will also say this. If polls come in for the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks, showing that all of these governors and whatever, people to judge all of them are trailing Trump, in fact, doing worse against Trump than Joe Biden, then my position on Joe Biden being replaced in electoral terms will be different. Because I will be swayed by the polls. I will go for the actual evidence that is available. Right now, I'm saying I want him to step down because I think him being on the ticket severely imperils the chance of us beating Donald Trump. But if I am wrong about that, then my stance on him stepping down will change. I just want to be clear about that. And that said, for the people who are like trying to be like, you guys are just trying to get a progressive or whatever, you just want Cenk to run. No, none of those people. We're not even literally talking about any of those people. It is not going to be a progressive. Nobody on this list is a progressive. I know that you want life to be this caricature where you are by definition right and clever and perfect and special or whatever. We're having a pragmatic, nuanced conversation. That's what we do here. I know that might be you get some like whiplash or whatever coming from whatever channels you're used to on Rumble or cable news or whatever, but that's what we're here for. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.